Here is the story about the craziest law in the history of Soviet Union and what it tells us about the essence of communism. On 7th of August 1932, Stalin passed a law according to which the penalty for the theft of any amount of grain from a collective farm would be death. And the communists were so proud of this law that next day it was featured on the front page of Pravda, which was the regime's newspaper. Now, later the law was amended and the penalty for theft was not death if the theft was small, but 10 years in prison or in Gulag. Now, to put this into perspective, in the iconic portrayal of injustice in Victor Hugo's Les Miserables, Jean Valjean gets only 5 years in prison for stealing a loaf of bread to feed his starving family. So, Soviet Union was so bad it surpassed Hugo's bleakest imagination. Now, the communists knew what they were doing. This law came in the middle of the Great Famine of the early 1930s, where 5 to 8 million people perished due to starvation. And this starvation was caused by the forced collectivization of the land, which was the application of communism to the countryside. We would all work the land together, and then whatever we produced, the harvest, we would give it to the state would give back to us whatever it pleased, which was usually close to nothing. So people, in order not to starve and to feed their families, often would keep some of the grain for themselves, or they would not collect it and then they would use it basically to eat. And this is what the law wanted to prevent. So the takeaway is that under communism, you are expected to sacrifice, to give up what you produce, and even to starve for the collective. And if you don't do it willingly, then what will happen to you is gulag, prison, or death. Now, this is neither a good nor an idealistic system. No surprise it left behind such a pile of corpses.